You guys haven't been here for a while, right? Since the last citation.
Good afternoon, excuse me, and welcome to the 13th meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. Please silence all of your electronic devices. If you're appearing today before the commission, please introduce yourself and your client and spell your names. And if you're here to testify before the commission today, please come forward, introduce yourself, spell your names, and be sworn in by Mr. Bacaro. Before I move into the official agenda, I would just like to recognize Ms. Pandy Lagapa from the Honolulu Liquor Commission, who was elected for the Liquor Commission, outstanding, recognized by the mayor as the outstanding Honolulu Liquor Commission Employee of the Year. Okay, so commissioners, I see we have some minutes to approve.
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve the minutes of the 6th and the 7th meetings as previously circulated.
Second.
Been moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. The minutes of the 6th and the 7th meeting are approved. Moving into the public hearing, calling agenda item number 1, transfer application number 18-13215 from You Know the Drill. Mr. Lu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. To my right is Christina Sargent, one of the members. She is present with Counsel Wayne Luke. We have no changes to the investigators' report.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to testify for or against this application? Seeing none, Mr. Picaro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Thank you. Commissioners?
Motion to approve transfer application number 18-13215.
Second.
Been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 1, transfer application number 18-13215 is approved.
Thank you.
Mr. Lu. Calling agenda item number 2, application number 18-13391 from Sunrise Rice Inc.
Hi, my name is Takuya Tsumi. I'm the president of the Sunrise Inc.
Can you please spell your name?
TAKUYA TSUTSUMI.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to testify for or against this application? Seeing none, Mr. Bacaro.
Before we proceed, we'll state for the record that a summary of the July 26, 2018 preliminary hearing testimony was provided to she's not here.
Very good.
And Mr. Chair and Commissioners, the application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Thank you very much. Commissioners?
Any questions? Motion to approve application number 18-13391.
Second.
Been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 2, application number 18-13391 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 3, application number 18-13787 from 1938 Kaka'ako LLC.
Hi, Commissioners. My name is Kevin Aoki, A-O-K-I, and I'm the owner of the application.
Thank you. Have you had a chance to review the investigator's report?
Yes, I did.
You did. Do you have any changes or questions?
No.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to testify for or against this application? Seeing none, Mr. Picaro.
I will state for the record that a summary of the July 12, 2018 preliminary hearing testimony was provided to Commissioner Min and Lee prior to the public hearing. Mr. Chair and Commissioners, this application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Thank you. Commissioner?
Motion to approve application number 18-13787.
Second.
Been moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 3, application number 18-13787 is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Aoki.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Moving into the special license applications. Agenda item number 4, application number 19-15032 from the Friends of Italian Society of Hawaii. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Zachary Diano, Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y, D-I-O-N-N-O. And
The gentleman next to you to your left.
Mr. Magaldi, Joseph Magaldi, who I'm sure you folks know.
Nice to see you, Commissioner McGoldrick. Commissioners, do you have any questions for the applicant?
One question. The interior area, the VIP area, exactly what is that space going to be used for? I know it's part of your liquor, identified as your liquor,
Yep.
one of your liquor areas.
Yep, the space is owned by Commitment Schools, and it's going to be a ticketed food and beverage experience. So it'll be a fully enclosed area with security to on the one egress into the warehouse. So folks will go in there and they'll be eating food and they'll be drinking libations.
What was that space used as before? I'm assuming it's empty now.
Yes, it's empty. It's leased out. However often KS does it for different reasons. They sometimes stage startup events there. Sometimes folks are able to rent it out for events like this.
But you will be having security.
Yes, we have HPD, which we work with the city and county Department of Transportation Services. We have a private KT Protection Services detail, which is going to be monitoring again egress in and out of the warehouse, as well as just roaming inside the premises.
So this space is separated from other spaces, the space by walls or something.
Yeah, correct. It's
Okay.
it's a big
open area that's-
5,000 square foot warehouse, fully enclosed. There's no people cannot enter in and out except through that one passageway.
Just for the record, what color are we talking about on your map?
What
This
color?
one here,
Yeah,
this-
the
the purple one.
purple area.
Correct. It's
Correct,
that
okay.
encapsulates the entire space of the warehouse.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, so I'll just state for the record, where the commissioners are referring to the exhibits attached to agenda item number 5, which is the related request, and I guess we'll get to that later, but I have one follow-up question from Commissioner Lee. Have you folks done this event before,
Yes, we did it last year.
and what location, same location?
It's both is the warehouse directly next to 445, which was 449. So almost an identical space.
And I understand you anticipate about 4,000 attendees. What was your experience last year in terms of number?
We had about that much, I think, based on rubbish. Like we gauge it through sales of vendor sales, through the amount of rubbish. Believe it or not, you can determine a ballpark figure of how many people attend the street, because the street's open and free to the public. It's not ticketed, right? So we don't have any concrete metrics to gauge the number of people in the street. But for our VIP experience, if you're referring to that warehouse space, that was about 325.
Okay. And any incidents last year? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Commissioners, any further questions?
Motion to approve application number 19-15032.
Second.
Been moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 4, application number 19-15032 is approved. Calling agenda item number 5, application number 19-15033 from Friends of Italy Society of Hawaii. One more time, please.
Right. Got it. Sorry.
Could you introduce yourself? for the
Yes,
record?
my name is Zachary Diano, Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y, DIIONNO.
The handsome gentleman sitting next to you.
Joe McGalley, I'm the chair of the Friends of Italy Society.
Thank you. Commissioners?
Motion to approve application number 19-15033.
Second?
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 5, application number 19-15033 is approved. Grazie, gentlemen.
Grazie.
Thank you very much.
Calling agenda item number 6, application number 19-15044 from Free Spirits LLC. Mr. Goda. Mr. Choi.
Good afternoon, members of the Commission. Neil Gota, appearing on behalf of Free Spirits LLC. To my right is Matthew Choi, manager. We have no changes to this report.
Thank you. Commissioner?
Any questions?
No questions.
Motion to approve application number 19-15044.
Second?
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 6, application number 19-15044 is approved.
Thank you very much.
Going into the preliminary hearings, agenda item number 7, application number 18-13871 from 7-Eleven Hawaii. Mr. Blue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commission members. Kenneth Hu appearing for the applicant. To my right is Blake Yokotake, Yokotake, Director of Human Resources and Authorized Agent. We have no changes to the investigative report.
Commissioner Miyashiro.
Yes, I have a question, Mr. Wu. I noticed in the investigative report, the officers, directors, and stockholders list that we have on file go back to 2008. That's on page 2.
Yes,
Are those the current officers, directors, and stockholders of the applicant?
yes.
Commissioners, any further questions? Thank you for that clarification.
Motion to approve application number 18-13871.
Second?
Been moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 7, application number 18-13871 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 8, application number 18-14560 from Uncles at Pearl LLC. Mr. Luke.
To my right is Bruce Johnson. He is the manager member of the Bruce W. Johnson Trust. He is present with counsel Wayne Luke. There are no changes to the investigators report.
Thank you very much. Commissioner?
Motion to approve application number 18-14560.
Second?
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 8, application number 18-14560 is approved.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 9, application number 19-14970 from Nara K and K LLC. Mr. Lee.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Nara K&K LLC, DBA Chunks Market. Seated to my right is Tony Kim, the member of the LLC. We don't have any changes to the investigative.
Thank you. Commissioners?
Motion to approve application number 19-14970.
Second?
Been moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 9, application number 19-14970 is approved.
Thank you very much.
Calling agenda item number 10, application number 19-15016 from Ono's Market Inc. Ms. Wu.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Min Young-woo on behalf of Owners Market Inc. On my right is Jie He, who is the president. No corrections necessary in the investigative report.
Thank you very much. Commissioners?
So Mr. Here will be taking over Ono's, other than there for a while, right, in Kalidi?
Yes.
He's gonna be taking over. how much experience do you have?
He had experience in the restaurant in the wait, and as you see in the affidavit of personal history, the Kinwawa and other couple other restaurants, he's been exposed to the liquor experience.
Please be careful about service to minors in that area. Motion to approve application number 19-15016.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 10, application number 19-15016 is approved.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 11, application number 19-14979 for GK Hawaii Restaurant. Ms. Mel.
Good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioners. Robin Melch on behalf of the applicant, GK Hawaii Restaurants Inc., and to my right is Rick Nakashima. We have reviewed the report and would just like to address the possible issue noted by the investigator.
Thank you.
Ms. Milk,
Yeah.
could you, I didn't get the first name of Mr.
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah.
You don't watch PBS?
I'm sorry, I don't. Sports and comedy. All I watch.
Welcome to the show.
That's good. That is very
We
good.
were doing so well.
I like it.
Yes, ma'am. So you would like to address
Correct.
to the commission?
Yes. So as I stated when I submitted the request to apply for an extended catering license, the application for the new license for this premises was submitted back in April, and I understand that the commission is backlogged and the hearing is not scheduled to the end of next month. And however, they are already paying rent as of August. In addition, they have to pay the construction loan of $1.5 million, and it's just become a financial burden on them to be unable to open due to the delay in obtaining the liquor license. And what they're requesting is that the Gyokaku Windward license they plan to have the Windward license cater all of the food and liquor for the month during the time pending of their permanent license hearing in the end of October.
Okay, very good. So we have a request from the administration, and I'm going to read it to you for your consideration.
Okay.
Okay. We'd like you to resubmit the application for special general licenses. We already have the approved use of the documents currently on file, waiving the need for an already approved use of documents currently on file, waiving the need for an investigative report to be prepared because one has already been produced for the catering request. Provide the additional $45 per day for each day of the series and reschedule this meeting for 9/27/18 as applications for special general licenses. Would you like to consult with your client and we can bring you back? Do you understand what the
No, I don't.
So
Yeah.
they basically the administration is asking you to apply for special license,
Okay.
right?
Instead of catering.
Instead of catering licenses.
Okay.
Would you like to explain to him, Ms. Melchor?
Okay. Sure.
If you need some time, you can consult with your client, and we will continue this matter and bring you back when you have thoroughly explained to him what the administration is asking you to do.
Okay. So just some clarification with respect to applying for the special license. So I understand that with a special license, there's additional documentation. I know about the fee, but
$45 fee.
so are we saying all I need to do is just submit the application and everything is okay, or am I supposed to?
You have to come back next week? Gonna have a clarification?
Yeah, I think you need to submit your application, and that would not require, you would not have an investigative report done. And all of your paperwork has already been approved apparently. So I think that was a suggested fix.
Just for clarification purposes. So I understand if I look at the special license application, there's other certain requirements, sending a certified return receipt to the neighborhood board. Are you saying that I'm supposed to do that as well, or?
What counsel, please? Yeah, can we have
Licensing supervisor.
please?
Supervising Investigator Daniel Sato. As far as the other requirements, the applicant is currently a licensee, so the personal history, criminal history clearances should be on file. On top of that, they do have a new application in process that already went through prelim, so the mail out and etc., like the neighborhood board mailings, will be in shortly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or
So
it has been submitted.
So you don't need to do an additional.
Okay, so I don't have to do an additional.
Would you state that for the record, please, Mr. Sato?
So all the other requirements as far as the personal history affidavit, criminal history clearance, zoning clearance, neighborhood board notification should be already in for the permanent license. So therefore, notification would have went out. So it should be sufficient for the specials.
Just the application.
Just the application. Yes.
So, am I allowed? No, sorry, one more further question. Am I allowed to come in and just amend the catering license application to change it to special, or you need me to actually submit another?
We would prefer new paperwork.
Another.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will continue this matter until 9/27.
Okay.
Is that,
That's fine.
do you agree
Yes.
to that?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioners can have a type of action.
Yes, motion to continue agenda item 11, application number 19-14979 to September 27, 2018.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 11, application number 19-14979 is continued till 9/27/18. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Thank you.
Okay, moving into request number 18-14422 from Hawaii MVCC LLC. Mr. Kiyuchi.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, Keith Kiyuchi for the licensee. Received investigator's report. I acknowledge Exhibit C and D do present a conflict, but that's for enforcement to resolve. So other than that, I have no additions or corrections to the investigator's report.
Thank you very much. Commissioners?
Motion to approve request number 18-14422.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 12, request number 18-14422 is approved. Calling agenda item number 13. Request number 18-14548 from A&H Restaurant LLC.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and the members of the Commission. I am Davis, counsel for the applicant. To my right is Jin An, Jin-A-N, the new member.
Thank you very much. Commissioner?
And I have nothing to add or change to the investigative report.
Motion to approve request number 18-14548.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 13, request number 18-14548 is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Sato.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 14, request number 19-15117 from Beer Hawaii LLC. Mr. Kiyuchi.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, Keith Kiyuchi on behalf of both Beer High LLC and Beer High 2 LLC. To my right is Troy Terror 2.
Commissioners, have questions of the applicant or type of action?
Motion to approve request number 19-15117.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 14, request number 19-15117 is approved. Calling agenda item number 15, request number 19-15149 from FEC Kaimaki Partners.
Yes, Chair.
Commissioner Early.
Thank you. Due to a possible conflict, I'm gonna have to recuse myself from this agenda item.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, Keith Kiyuchi for the FEC Kaimaki Partners LLC. This is a request to further amend the catering application that's been ongoing for some time since 2015 to dates from October 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. And there are 49 intermittent dates.
Commissioners, questions?
Mr. Kiuchi,
Yes.
in your cover letter of September 10, 2018, you indicate in the second paragraph, if approved, all aspects of catering will be done the same as before. You're referring to the prior application
Yes.
16-3323?
Yes, it's been done like that from the very beginning.
And in parentheticals in that paragraph, it's basically the same promoter?
Same promoter, the same operator, King's Luau.
Take it one time. Who's the promoter?
The promoter is King's Luau LLC.
Who is the caterer?
The caterer is FEC Kaimaki Partners.
DBA Champs.
Right,
And the location
The location.
is the Waikiki Aquarium?
right, the grounds of the Waikiki Aquarium.
And the service referenced in your letter?
The service is to provide liquor and some food, and the times are from 5:15 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m.
Some food. Can you elaborate on that? Is there gonna be service of food by any other entity?
Yes, but the champs will provide poi to the luau.
And what other business or entity is providing food for the proposed?
There is a sub-entity of King's Luau that has a farm-to-table restaurant in Pucks Alley that provides the rest of the food.
Pardon my ignorance, what is a sub-entity?
I don't know the name of the
No,
sub-entity.
what do you mean by that?
In other words, it's a sub-entity of King's Luau. It's a subsidiary of King's Luau LLC.
So a legal corporate affiliate,
Yes,
and then the times are,
5:15 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m.
this is not every day, right?
No, it's not. I think the dates are listed attached to my letter. Look at 2018 catering schedule, page 2.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Min, do you have any questions? Okay, so Mr. Kiyuchi, just for the record, where is the food coming from?
The food,
Explain that.
the rest of the food is coming from a restaurant in Pucks Alley that is owned by a subsidiary of King's Luau. The poi is being provided by FEC Kaimaki Partners.
Commissioners, can I have a motion to convene into executive session?
So moved.
Second. Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, we're now in executive session. We're now back on the official record. Commissioners, do you have any further questions or type of action?
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve request number 19-15149.
Second. Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, agenda item number 15, request number 19-15149 is approved. Thank you, Mr. Kiyuchi.
I got the next one too.
Can we have Commissioner Lee back, please? agenda item number 16, request number 19-15151 from Keith Kiyuchi. Mr. Kiyuchi, please.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission. Keith Kiyuchi, representing El Tapo LLC. This is a request to file for a temporary license. The site is a hotel at 2181 Kalakaua Avenue. As noted, the previous license on that site, only in the lobby area, expired June 30th, 2014. This commission has previously granted a waiver for a temporary for a license that expired in Haleiwa on June 30th, 2014. But as important and as noted in my letter, this hotel is kind of unusual. It had a license on the 16th floor as well that's still active. And one of the reasons why a temporary license is allowed, if there was a license previously at the premises, is that temporary license does not allow public input. If the public knows the license was there before, there's more of a justification for issuing a temporary license. So in this case, you've got the 16th floor that's still presently licensed. The lobby area was licensed through June 30th, 2014.
Thank you.
Sorry, one comment.
Sure.
Thank you for reminding us what we did in two different situations with different outcomes, and I appreciate you telling us why your client's situation is different, because we do treat things fact by fact as opposed to any bright line. I just want to share that.
No, I truly understand that, and I think I needed to explain obviously the unique circumstances here.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
So there has not been a licensed premises in this specific proposed premises
In the lobby since June
for
30th.
about 4 years.
Right, that's correct.
Is there any type of like food service operation in the lobby currently?
There was up until my client got the lease, and I think that food service operation curtailed sometime this summer, but they were not serving liquor.
And your client has experience in the service of alcohol in Hawaii?
Yes.
Motion to approve request number 19-15151.
Second. Moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 16, request number 19-15151 is approved.
Thank you very much.
Chair, motion for the adoption of decision and order. Agenda items 17 to 31 inclusive.
Second. Moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. The adoption of decision and order, agenda items number 17 through 31 inclusive are approved. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Mr. Picaro, Joy Neely, Deputy Corporation Counsel here for the Liquor Commission prosecution for today's adjudication items.
Thank you very much. Calling agenda item number calling agenda item number 32, Misty 1.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. Yolanda Slekchi, YOLNDASCHLECHDE, and proxy for Lisa Toyet Kimball. And this is that partner. My name is Jane Wonga.
Charge number 1 for today, on or about December 3rd, 2017, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee's employee Kei-san Joyce, whose conduct licensee is strictly accountable for under Rule 3-84-78.01a, and who was not employed as an exotic dancer, was unclothed or in such attire, costume, or clothing as to expose to view any portion of the pubic hair, anus, cleft of the buttocks, genitals or any portion of the breast below the top of the areola in violation of Rule 38478.02A of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
How would you like to plead? Commissioners, we plead no contest with an explanation. It was
One moment please. Motion to accept the no contest plea for charge 1.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 32, the no contest plea for charge number 1 is accepted.
I'm gonna take these individually, Ms. Neely. What is your recommendation?
The recommendation is I recommend $1,000. However, this is a third violation. There were previous violations of this rule in 2015 and 2017.
What was the date in 2017, the month, please?
March 25th, 2017.
Ma'am, what is your explanation?
Miss Joyce is right here, Kason Joyce. See,
Bring her forward, please.
Can you come?
What is her position or
Yes.
relationship?
She's the Kason Joyce is the one that sit here. You sit here. See, her name is Kason Joyce.
It's all fine. She can sit there. It's fine. Go ahead.
And her explanation to me, because I just walked out at the door and I just left that day, and she told me that she was sitting down and letting the customer know that it's because it's only like few minutes closing to inform them that finish up their beer. But she sat down and she's wearing she's an exotic dancer. She is licensed as a dancer in our place. She explained to me that she's sitting down and stood up when the inspector coming at the door, and so she adjusts her clothing. That's all. She adjusts her clothes.
So she is not employed as an exotic dancer.
She is.
That's the charge is that she's not employed as
She is.
How? Is she registered with the commission?
She is.
That's correct. She is registered as an exotic dancer, but this was not a performance. It's a violation if she's unclothed when it's not part of the performance.
She was in the table informing the customer that we're closing in a few minutes. But I guess she sat down and talking with him, and when she stood up, she adjusts her clothes, and the inspector's coming at the same time.
According to the investigation, I think it appeared to be like a lap dance, like she was straddling the customer.
Thank you.
What time did this occur?
This occurred around almost close to 2 a.m., around 1:50 a.m.
Ladies, third time violation. This is third time. Okay, I understand that things get busy and workers feel that they need to fill in or do, but you folks need to tighten it up. If she's an exotic dancer, she's not a waitress, she's not a hostess, and you folks need to get on top of these violations. This is the third time. Okay, so we have the authority to suspend your liquor license or to revoke it. And I don't want to do that, but if you folks cannot operate according to the rules, then we may have to take that into consideration.
Yes, Commissioner.
My motion is to approve the recommended fine of $1,000.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 32, Misty One, charge number 1, the recommended fine of $1,000 is approved. Charge number 2.
On or about December 3rd, 2017 at 1:49 a.m. in the City and County of Honolulu, State of Hawaii, licensee failed to have the interior and exterior of the licensed premises well and properly lighted in violation of Rule 384.72.2 of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
How would you like to plead? We plead no contest, Commissioners, and also an explanation that it was
Okay, one second. A motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 32, charge number 2, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely.
I recommend a fine of $500. This is a first violation.
Explanation.
Commissioner, because it was closing, and I don't know if anybody's aware about the bar time. That normally we
we put our clock a little bit earlier so we have time to clean up. Instead of like 2 o'clock, we put like 15 minutes earlier so we have time to clean up at that time. It's 1:49 or 1:50. Half of the bar is already turned off the lights and proceeding to go to the bar to turn on the lighted, the big lights. So that's why the back side is already, the waiter told me that he's already turned it off, half of it. So he's proceeding to go to the bar to turn on the lit up the whole place. So that's why it was the first violation, because it was turned off half of it already. But because our switch is all the way in here, so you have to walk around and turn off the light. So half of the light is turned off.
I thought I heard you say earlier you were not present. Did I hear you?
I just walk out at the door.
Before
When the inspector,
inspectors came in?
yes, because I see them coming in, I would just come out the door. And this is procedure number 3 charges that we were clocked at 2 o'clock because of our part time. That we should have not put the 15 minutes earlier. That's why it was clocked at 2 o'clock because our time is like 10 minutes earlier.
Approximately how many customers were still in the
It's
establishment?
only have
Hold
like,
on. How many customers were still in the establishment when you walked out?
it's about like 3 and 1 person.
What do you mean 3 and 1?
3 and 1 sitting, and there's
So
1.
4 customers when you
Yes.
walked out.
Prosecutor, anything on the investigator's report?
Just that it was the lighting was dark.
Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, agenda item number 32, charge number 2, the 500 recommended fine is approved.
Ms. Neely, charge 3.
Charge 3. On or about December 3rd, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to make time record entries at the time its employees, Kason Joyce, Yolanda Schlechte, and Apahi Ellison reported on duty, and again when the employees went off duty in violation of Rule 382, 38.4b of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the city and county of Honolulu.
Just a point of clarification, Ms. Neely, the offense occurred in 18 or 17?
Oh, did I say 2017? 2018.
You said 18.
Oh, well, the charge says 2018. So, can I amend? I'd like to move to amend the charge. It should be 2017.
The charge is amended to read on or about December 3rd, 2017. Ma'am, how would you like to plead?
We played no contest,
One
commissioners.
moment. Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 32. Yeah, 32, charge number 3, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely,
This is for adjudication purposes, this is a first violation, and I recommend a penalty of $250.
ma'am, now your explanation.
It goes with because our clock is 10 minutes earlier. That's why we clocked out at like 2, and I asked why did you guys put 2 o'clock? It's because when the bartender look at the clock that we have, it's like 2, and the inspector showed up as like 1:49. So we're kind of in between. It's because we're trying to clear it up earlier so we don't get violation for the beer that left behind on the table, and the person should have looked at her own clock in her arm, not the one in the bar. So that's why we did no contest about it, and we had to do better next time of clocking people out, because that was me. You understand? I was clocked out 2 o'clock, but it was like 1:40 something. That's because the bartender followed the clock in the wall.
So you folks know what to do next time.
They had to look at their own arm, not the one that cleaning clock.
Okay. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $250.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, agenda item number 32, the recommended fine of $250 is approved.
Thank you, ladies. Good luck.
Thank you,
Our
Commissioner.
time is not real.
Oh, the other lady? Yep. Can we get your spelling of your name, the lady?
Behind you, the exotic dancer.
No, no, no. Right there.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chin Winter.
How do you spell that?
CSIEN. Middle name TSI. Last name Winter. WINTER.
And then Yolanda Slekti, YOLANDA SCHLECHTE. Say the last name again. SCHLECHTE.
P-A-T-E.
TE. Slekti.
Oh, P-E-T-E. Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Commissioner.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 33, Kailua Town Pub and Grill.
Hello, it's Deborah Van Emmerich. VANEMMERIK.
Charge 1, on or about February 4th, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to have a time card or other adequate record showing in English the month, day, year, and time indicating AM or PM and the legal first name and surname of its employee, Natalia Villegas, when that employee was on duty in violation of Rule 38238.4A of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the city and county of Honolulu.
How would you like to plead for charge 1?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second. It's been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 33, no contest plea is accepted.
For
This-
charge 1, Ms. Lima.
Okay. So what's that?
Yeah, for charge 1, what's your
Oh,
recommendation?
okay. This is the first violation, and I recommend a fine of $250.
Ma'am, would you like to make any explanation or any comment?
I just believe she signed in her first name and we're really, I don't know how this got overlooked, but it did. And, we usually checked the book, the main book, but we had put in a book in the back that so they weren't interrupting the other bartenders from the new establishment weren't coming back behind the bar, and so we were just always checking that one.
So you folks have made the corrections so that this
We
doesn't
have.
continue happening?
We are checking, we're just discussing it with the employees and making sure they're on top of everything, printing their name and making sure they are putting AM and PM on their times.
Thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $250 for charge 1.
Second. Been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 33, charge number 1, the recommended fine of $250 is approved.
Okay, charge 2. On or about February 4th, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee employed Natalia Villegas in that section of the licensed premises where liquor is sold, served, or consumed without said employee being properly registered with the Liquor Commission in violation of Rule 38238.5A of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the city and county of Honolulu.
For charge 2, how would you like to plead?
Say no contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea for charge 2.
Second. Been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 33, charge number 2, no contest plea is accepted.
This is the first violation, so I recommend a fine of $350.
I would just like to say that it's the very first, when I hire somebody, it's the very first thing I tell them to do. Sorry. Anyways, is to get their liquor card. So I don't know how this was also overlooked, but it fell through the cracks and she was scheduled and
Motion to approve the recommended fine of $350.
Second. Moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 33, charge number 2, the recommended fine of $350 is approved.
Charge number 3. On or about February 27th, 2018 at 11:11 p.m. in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to have all interior rooms or enclosed areas in dispenser or cabaret licensed premises where liquor is sold, served, or consumed constructed in such a manner as to permit a full view of the interior of the room through a transparent window on the entry door or on the wall in violation of Rule 384.72.3A of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
How would you like to plead for charge?
Contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea for charge.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, agenda item number 33, charge number 3, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely.
This is a first violation. I recommend a fine of $500.
And ma'am, is this in relation to the speakeasy concept that you folks have been
Yes.
doing? Okay. And I believe that a similar violation occurred like this?
No, this is a first
Time
violation.
for adjudication.
I was trying to get some sort of approval before time, that's why you probably remember me.
Right. Ms. Neely, do you have anything in the investigator's report about what type of construction or area we're talking about?
It was a heavy curtain that blocked the doorway to the bar area, I believe.
Purchased it for, excuse me if it's okay for me to speak, but I purchased it for just, it was like a movie theater type to block the sound. They played jazz music in there and it's just a quiet setting and we're trying to block out the pub.
Can we have Mr. Sato?
Supervising Investigator Daniel Sato.
Can you explain what's going on here at this premises?
According to the charge, I do believe I do recall some type of request that was submitted. I'm not sure the status of that outcome. But based on this report, there's a black curtain that covers the entryway into another area in which consumption is also taking place. So
Motion to convene into executive session.
second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, we are now in executive session.
Now we're gonna take a short recess. We'll be right back.
Okay, we are now back on the record. Commissioners, do you have any further comments or type of action?
Yes. Now we understand what type of concept you're trying to do. And it is difficult because it is a new concept that's wasn't really happening when our rules were promulgated. But you still need to stay within the rules. Okay. So my motion is to approve the recommended fine of $500. However, we'll suspend $250 of that amount for a period of 1 year, provided that no similar violation occurs. If a similar violation occurs within that 1 year period, that additional $250 will be collectible in addition to any other fines levied by this commission. And I encourage you to work with the administration.
Okay, thank you very much.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye, agenda item number 33, charge number 3, the recommended fine of $500 is approved. However, we will suspend $250 with the conditions in the motion by Vice Chairman.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Let's move on to agenda item number 34, Club Bonita.
I'm Michael Shoji, MICHALSHOJI.
Charge number 1, on or about February 9th, 2018, in the City and County of Honolulu, State of Hawaii, licensee's employee J. Hong Min, whose conduct licensee is strictly accountable for under Rule 384.78.01A, consumed liquor while on duty on the licensed premises in violation of Rule 384.78.01B of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Sir, for charge 1, how would you like to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 34, charge number 1, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely?
For adjudication purposes, this is a first violation. There were previous violations in 2008.
What's your
Oh, so my
recommendation?
recommended
you.
fine is $500.
Sir, any comment?
2008, but that was a different.
Yeah.
So
but
that's all
for
I'm
this
saying.
for this one, what's going on? Your employee was consuming liquor on duty.
With that, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? That's what the charge is. She just read it to you.
Oh no, what was the question?
What happened? Why is your employee drinking while on duty?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Okay. Has he been spoken with? This
Oh yeah, I'm
employee?
pretty sure from the boss.
Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500 for charge 1.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 34, charge number 1, recommended fine of $500 is approved.
Ms. Neely, charge 2.
On or about February 9th, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to make time record entries at the time its employee, Jae-Hong Min, reported on duty and again when the employee went off duty in violation of Rule 382-38.4b of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the city and county of Honolulu.
Mr. Shoji, for charge 2, how would you like to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 34, charge number 2, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely?
This is the first violation. I recommend a fine of $250.
Any comments, sir? Motion to approve the recommended fine of $250.
Second.
Then moved in second, all of those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 34, charge number 2, the recommended fine of $250 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 35, exclusive restaurant and lounge.
Kyle Miyamoto, KYO Lee, MIYAMOTO.
The charges on or about April 11, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee permitted liquor of any kind while in bottle, glass, or other container to be open and readily consumable within the licensed premises before or after the hours established by the Liquor Commission, to wit, 2:15 a.m., in violation of Rule 382-38.20b of the Rules of the Liquor Commission of the city and county of Honolulu.
Sir, how would you like to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 35, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely?
For adjudication purposes, this is a first violation, and I recommend a fine of $500.
Sir, what's going on?
It was just lack of judgment and bad timing. I was closing up, yeah. Well, I was closing up and I put the bottle on the bar and I was just shutting off all my ACs and stuff.
Okay. So you're gonna be more conscious next time?
Yeah, I implemented better rules.
Okay, great. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 35, the recommended fine of $500 is approved.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 36, Kuku's Restaurant and Lounge.
Mr. Chair and members of the Commission, David last name is SUH, appear on behalf of the licensee, Kuku's Restaurant and Lounge.
Do you waive reading of the charge?
Yes, I do.
How would you like to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 36, the no contest plea is accepted.
Ms. Neely?
This is a first violation, so I recommend a fine of $500.
Mr. Sok, any explanation?
There's no justification for not surrendering the license. The place was closing down. The license should have surrendered it for safekeeping at that time, but it didn't happen. But subsequently, in March of this year, the license was surrendered and the place has been closed down since.
Ms. Neely, what were the circumstances that the licensee the license was suspended or revoked? Do you have any history on that?
I mean, it appears that the business was vacated, had been vacated since December 2017. And so when the investigator went to check it, it was closed.
And you said that the business shut down in March.
No, the license was surrendered finally for safekeeping to the commission in March. I believe that yes, the business was closed or was in the process of reorganization, but didn't happen with the landlords making the deals with the extension and all that, the land lease default situation. But there was no resolution, so finally we decided to surrender the license. But I believe that the activities, business activities, was shut down prior to that.
Mr. Lee, is the license still in safekeeping?
I believe it's expired. It's already expired as of June this year. It wasn't renewed.
Sorry, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean the expiration date was June of this year.
And so these your clients are no longer in business. Are they operating another business?
I don't believe they are operating in other business.
And this business is shut down as of March.
Yes. Well, prior to that.
Prior to that. Motion to issue a letter of reprimand.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 36, a letter of reprimand will be issued.
Thank you, Mr. Seth.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 37, Commissioner Lee.
Yes, Chair. Due to a possible conflict, I will have to recuse myself for agenda items number 37 and 38.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 15. Let him read that.
I have been in touch with licensee. They said they had.
Excuse me, can you wait till
Okay,
Commissioner
sorry.
Lee leaves? Thank you, okay.
Licensee informed me they didn't have anyone available for today, so they've requested a continuance for all charges.
Next available, or do you have a date certain?
Next available, they had said October 11th, but I realize now we don't have hearings scheduled for that date. So, next available.
Motion to continue agenda item 37, Sura Hawaii 2 to the next available date.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 37 is continued to the next available date. Calling agenda item number 38, Sura Hawaii.
Likewise, licensee has requested to continue to the next available date. I have no objection.
Motion to continue agenda item 38, Sura Hawaii to the next available date.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 38 is continued to the next available date. Thank you. Can we have Commissioner Lee back, please? Calling agenda item number 39, Jaime Guion.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Shelby Taguma on behalf of Cocoa Rainbow Company.
Is that Taguma?
Taguma, T-A-G-U-M.
On or about July 5th, 2017 and or during the period between June 26, 2017 and July 5th, 2017 in the City and County of Honolulu, State of Hawaii, licensee without commission approval transferred to another person the licensee's business for which the licensee's license was issued, either openly or under any undisclosed arrangement whereby such other person came into possession or control of the business or took in any partner or associate in violation of section 281-41H of the Hawaii Revised Statutes.
Ms. Taguma, how would you like to plead?
Commissioners, I actually spoke with Corporation Counsel and requested a continuance of this matter as my client would like to be present. And I believe we had a date of October 25th for schedule. Am I spoke
well,
with-
so when we spoke, licensee told me they intended to contest the
Yes.
charge, so we would continue for a contested hearing.
So what date would you like?
I believe it was October 25th. Yes. October 25th.
So I'm sorry, just for clarification, so is that a denial of the charge at this time?
At this time, that is correct.
Okay. Motion to accept the denial plea.
Second.
Point of order, we do not need a
Oh, we
motion
don't need a motion.
for that, for the denial.
Okay.
We just reschedule it.
Yeah, we'll reschedule
Continue
it for
this item. We don't have to approve it.
And the denial will be on the record now.
Thank you. Motion to continue agenda item 39 to October 25th, 2018.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 39 is continued to October 25th, 2018, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 40, Ms. McGillicuddy.
Robert Nelson, NALSOE.
On or about January 8th, 2018, and or during the period between December 8th, 2017 and February 26th, 2018 in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to notify the commission in writing of the name, age, and place of residence of an officer or director, to wit, Michael Lindley, within 30 days from the date of election of such officer or director in violation of section 281I of the Hawaii Revised Statutes.
Mr. Nelson, how would you like to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 40, the no contest plea is accepted.
This is the first violation. I recommend a penalty of $500.
Mr. Nelson, any comment?
We self-reported it actually when he filed. Michael Lindley did file it. It was after the 30 days, however, but even in the cover letter he said apologize to the commission for the delay.
Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
Then moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 40, the recommended fine of $500 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Neely.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 41, and there is in your packet. This is administrative duties and functions which do not require a hearing and the delegation to the administrator. The rule 3-81-17-4 in particular, number 6, is that correct?
That's correct.
So all we need to do is a motion to
Approve the revision.
approve the revision,
Number 6. Item number 6.
item number 6.
Motion to approve the revision of item number 6 in the delegation to the administrative routine, administrative duties and functions.
Can you please quote the rule for the record?
For rule in accordance with rule 3-81-17.4 of the rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Second.
Moved in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Agenda item number 41 is approved. Do we have any administrative matters?
No, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good job. Very good. By the way, Boston makes